Alright, hello everyone, it's Happy, and today we're going to be talking about one of those more boring tanks Wargaming have brought into World of Tanks Blitz as of recently, and that is definitely going to be the CS63. So Counter-Strike 63. Wait, what? Wrong game, sorry. Cough, cough. That was a pretty bad joke. Anyway, why is this tank so mediocre? Well, let's just start off with the gun, basically. You have some pretty good aim time, pretty, worse than average dispersion for a medium. And in terms of DPM, you have some pretty mediocre DPM, 3,300. And again, the damage is 340, which is quite average for mediums these days. So all in all, you can see, the tank has okay gun handling. The DPM is pretty, it could have been much better. So in terms of that, the gun overall just feels really, mediocre at best, if not average to below average, in my opinion, because it really doesn't stand out. Some tanks stand out with their alpha, some with their DPM, some tanks are just okay. This tank is quite comfortable, but you're just going to find much better guns at tier 10 in terms of mediums, right? Now, if you look at the armor profile, this tank doesn't really have much armor. This tank is not an E50M or a T62 or something like that. It's not even a Kampfpanzer 50T. So in terms of that, the armor profile is really, really, really mediocre. And the mobility as well is also not the greatest. Forward, you have 56 kilometers. Forward, again, below average, in terms of mediums at tier 10, and you have some pretty okay effective horsepower per ton, but again, when you compare it to other mediums, it's really going to be below average. It's really going to be below average when you compare it to a lot of the other mediums. So again, the mobility is not the greatest. And so you might ask, Happy, why do you want Wargaming to add OP tanks? I really don't, but some tanks really need to be good in some areas, right? I'm not saying that the CS63 is complete trash. It's just, it really doesn't stand out compared to other mediums whatsoever, right? It really doesn't have anything going for it. And in terms of that, I feel like the whole tech tree is just a complete failure. I never ever want to get this tank in my life, and I have no incentive to grind the tech tree either, because again, the whole tech tree and even the tier 10 are really boring to play. No real interesting gameplay out there. In this replay, you're going to see how lucky, but the player gets. But this is 1 in 1,000, maybe 1 in 100 battles, right? Apart from this, by the way, Huawei are running a cool discount for you guys. You guys can get coupons giving up to 30% off and up to 5% back in Huawei points, which is really, really cool. All you have to do is go through the link below in the description, of course, and in the comment section below pinned. And you do have to use PayPal or use a VPN to any European countries. Otherwise, you might not be able to get this discount. Good luck and enjoy. Apart from these types of situations, you're never really going to be able to get this many bounces or lucky ricochets off of you, right? Again, this is not an E50M, not a T62A. None of these tanks I mentioned previously, even the Leopard, for example, are not OP. They're just good tanks in their own domain, because the Leopard, doesn't have amazing armor, but it compensates with a really good gun and, very good mobility. Look at a lot of the mediums. They have their own thing, they have their own theme to it. Like the E50M and T62 are a little bit more about armor, but in terms of mobility, the T62A might not be the best. And gun-wise, the E50M and the T62 are not the greatest, but they do have really nice armor. Some tanks like the TVP have an auto-reloader. Again, very, very interesting gameplay. Here, you have none of that, and in my opinion, that's why this tank is quite boring. So tell me what you guys think about this in the comment section below, and with that, Happy is out, and I'll definitely see you guys next time. Bye bye.